English podcast.
From Learn English with Joy.
Welcome back to Learn English with Joy. I am Chris, and it feels amazing to have you here today. This is the podcast where learning English becomes simple, practical, and full of motivation.
And I am Emily, so happy to join you. Today we will dive into a powerful topic, the 30-day English study plan. This plan is designed especially for learners like you at A2 or B1 level.
Why is this important? Many students memorize vocabulary, they learn grammar rules, but when the moment comes to speak, suddenly they forget everything or feel too nervous to say a word.
That is why this episode matters. We will show you a clear step-by-step path. By the end of this lesson, you will know how to follow a simple 30-day plan to improve vocabulary, pronunciation, listening, and speaking with confidence.
Let me ask you, have you ever studied hard, but when it is time to speak, your mind goes completely blank?
If yes, then this episode is for you. So, take notes, repeat phrases out loud, and practice with us.
Stay with us. Let's begin with the first 10 days, vocabulary and pronunciation.
For the first 10 days, our focus is on two things, vocabulary and pronunciation. You should aim to learn between 10 and 20 new words each day. But do not just read them silently. Instead, put them into short sentences and say them out loud. When you speak the words, your memory becomes stronger because your eyes, your mouth, and your ears are all learning together.
That is so true. And let me tell you a funny story. One time, I tried to learn a long list of new words. I wrote them down. I looked at them again and again, but I never said them out loud. The next day, my teacher asked me to say just one of those words. And what happened? My brain went completely blank. I could not remember anything. I just sat there in silence. From that moment, I learned the importance of speaking words, not only reading them.
Thank you for sharing that, Alexander. It shows exactly why pronunciation and speaking are so important. Let us also add two useful idioms that will help motivate our listeners. The first idiom is learn by heart. It means to memorize something completely so you never forget it. For example, I learned my speech by heart before the presentation. The second idiom is practice makes perfect. This means that the more you practice, the better you become. For example, she practices English every day. Practice makes perfect. These idioms are simple, but they are very powerful.
Let us also look at a very easy sentence with vocabulary. Imagine you say, I learned 5 words today. The grammar is simple, subject plus verb plus object. But here is the secret. Do not just read it on the page. Say it aloud. Say it with energy. Try it now. I learned 5 words today. Say it out loud. When you speak with energy, the sentence becomes alive, and your brain remembers it much more easily.
Wonderful. So listeners, when you learn your 10 or 20 words each day, always make a simple sentence, repeat it 3 times, and listen to yourself. This habit will build strong vocabulary and improve your pronunciation.
Now let us test your understanding with a mini quiz. Are you ready? Question 1. Fill in the blank. I learn 10 words today. Take a moment to answer. The correct answer is, I learn 10 words today.
Great job. Question 2. Multiple choice. Practice makes perfect means A. Practice is boring. B. Practicing many times leads to improvement. C. Practice only once. Say it out loud. The correct one is B.
Excellent. And now the last one. Question 3. Correct the error. The sentence is, she learned English every day. Take a moment to answer. The correct form is, she learns English every day.
Fantastic work, everyone. Let us recap. For the first 10 days, learn 10 to 20 words daily, always put them into sentences, and always say them out loud. Remember the idioms, learn by heart, and practice makes perfect.
Yes, words are stronger when you use them, not when you only read them. Say it one more time. Words are stronger when you use them.
Well done. Next, we will move to days 11 to 20, where we will focus on speaking and listening skills to make your English more natural and confident.
Thank you, Emily. I will take it from here. For days 11 to 20, our focus is on speaking and listening. This is the stage where you begin to activate the words you learned in the first 10 days. One of the most powerful methods is called shadowing. Shadowing means you listen to a sentence and then immediately repeat it like an echo. You copy not only the words, but also the rhythm, the tone, and the speed.
That sounds interesting, Chris, but also a little scary. What if I copy the sentence and pronounce it wrong?
Good question, Mark. The key is to try, not to be perfect. When you shadow, you are training your mouth and your ears to work together. Mistakes are normal. Let us try. Listen to me. I am learning English every day. Say it out loud after me.
I am learning English every day.
Almost right. Careful with the pronunciation of English. The sound is ish, not ash. Try again. English.
English.
Perfect. Now the full sentence again. I am learning English every day.
I am learning English every day.
Excellent. See how your pronunciation improved in just a few tries? That is shadowing. Repeat, listen, adjust. It is like singing along with a song, and it makes your speech natural.
I can see how that works. But what about listening to longer content like TV shows? Sometimes I get lost.
Great point. That is where subtitles help. At first, you can watch shows with English subtitles. This way, your eyes see the words, your ears hear the sound, and your mouth can repeat. Later, after a few episodes, remove the subtitles. Challenge your ears to understand directly. It will be hard at first, but your brain will adapt quickly.
So start with subtitles, then slowly take them away. I like that strategy. It feels safe at the beginning, but also pushes me later.
Exactly. And during this stage, we also want you to learn about 5 phrases each day. These are not just words, but ready-made expressions you can use. For example, makes sense, hang on, no worries, that's it, and I'm on it. These phrases are short, natural, and you will hear them all the time in real conversations.
Let me try some. Makes sense. Wow, that feels good. Hang on. Ha, I like the sound of that.
Excellent, Mark. Now let us do a quick role play to practice shadowing with phrases. I will say a sentence, and you repeat like an echo. Ready?
Ready?
I am on it.
I am on it.
Perfect. Next, no worries.
No worries.
Good. Next. That makes sense.
That makes sense.
Wonderful. You are shadowing perfectly now. That is mini roleplay 1.
I feel more confident already. What about roleplay 2?
For roleplay 2, imagine you are watching a short clip from a sitcom. You hear a character say, "Hey, can you help me for a minute?" Now, repeat the line after me. "Hey, can you help me for a minute?"
Hey, can you help me for a minute?
Very good. Now the friend in the clip answers, "Sure, I'm on it." Repeat that. "Sure, I'm on it."
Sure, I'm on it.
Perfect. This is how you use TV shows or short clips for practice. Repeat the lines exactly as you hear them. Pay attention to intonation. Copy the rhythm. This is the most natural way to learn.
I understand now. Days 11 to 20 are all about making the language active. Listen, repeat, shadow, and practice with phrases every day.
Exactly. Let us recap for our listeners.
Step 1. Practice shadowing sentences every day.
Step 2. Use English subtitles at first, then remove them to challenge your ears.
Step 3. Learn and repeat 5 useful phrases daily. Yes, and I will add this. Do not be shy. Even if you are alone, repeat out loud. Talk to your mirror, copy actors, and echo the podcast. Every sound you make is practice.
Beautiful advice, Mark. Listeners, repeat after us. Which phrase will you use today? Great. Now let's analyze common mistakes learners make when speaking and listening so you can avoid them in your own journey.
Yes, and I will add this. Do not be shy. Even if you are alone, repeat out loud. Talk to your mirror, copy actors, echo the podcast. Every sound you make is practice. From day 21 to 30, the focus is on using English daily in real conversations. You already learned vocabulary, practiced shadowing, and repeated useful phrases. Now it is time to make English a habit. We will show you 3 situations: talking to yourself, recording your voice, and talking with a partner. Together, they will make 30 minutes of speaking practice each day.
30 minutes sounds scary, but if we divide it into parts, it feels much easier. 10 minutes talking to yourself, 10 minutes recording your voice, and 10 minutes with a partner. Simple. Now I will record my voice. Here is my sentence. I goes to work every day.
Listen back, Alexander. Do you hear the mistake? You said I goes, but with I, we do not add S. The correct sentence is I go to work every day. The dash is only for he, she, or it. For example, she goes to work every day?
Ah, I see. The correct form is I go to work every day.
Exactly. Recording your voice helps you hear mistakes you cannot notice in the moment. When you play it back, your ear becomes your teacher.
Mini summary. Key phrase is I go to work every day. Tip. Record listen back and write down any mistakes you hear. Self-correction is a skill that grows with practice. Now let us practice with a partner. Imagine we are chatting on a language app. I say, "Hello, I want to speak to you now."
Almost correct, but you forgot two. The right sentence is, I want to speak with you now. Repeat after me.
I want to speak with you now.
Good. Talking with a partner teaches you how to fix mistakes in real time. Keep sentences short, use polite expressions, and do not worry if you need to stop and think.
Listeners, remember the rule for day 21 to 30. Practice 30 minutes daily. 10 minutes talking to yourself, 10 minutes recording your voice, and 10 minutes talking with a partner. It is not about being perfect. It is about building a habit.
Exactly. When you practice every day, English becomes part of your life. Let us recap. Situation 1. Describe your actions to yourself using simple sentences. Situation 2. Record your voice, listen back, and correct errors. Situation 3. Talk with a partner through an app or in person.
So listeners, pause. Try your own 10 minutes today. Divide your practice into 3 parts and keep it regular.
Excellent job, everyone. You are moving forward step by step.
Now let's move on to analyze the common mistakes learners usually make when speaking and listening. This will help you avoid errors and grow faster on your English journey.
Let us start with shadowing mistakes. Shadowing is powerful, but if done the wrong way, it can harm your progress. One common mistake is pronouncing words incorrectly. For example, learners hear English but repeat it as Englash. Another mistake is reading too fast, trying to match native speed without first mastering clarity. And a third mistake is skipping the natural rhythm. If you do not pause where the speaker pauses, the sentence feels unnatural.
Let me try, but I will exaggerate. I am learning English every day quickly. Did you hear that? I read too fast, I mashed the words, I even forgot to breathe.
Exactly, Alexander. That is a perfect example of what not to do. Learners should slow down, focus on each sound, and copy the rhythm carefully.
So if I shadow and I rush like a rocket, it is not practice, it is panic.
Well said. Panic does not teach. Practice does. That is why our mnemonic trick is slow down, speak clear, not fast. Repeat this rule every time you shadow.
Listeners, let us try it together. Say it with us. Slow down, speak clearly, not fast.
Wonderful. Another big area of mistakes is the use of idioms. Idioms make English sound natural, but only if used in the right context. Some learners memorize an idiom and then throw it into any sentence. For example, the idiom "practice makes perfect" means that repetition leads to improvement. But I once heard a student finish dinner and say, "Practice makes perfect." That was not the right moment.
Oh, that is funny. Imagine me eating pizza, bite, chew, swallow. Then I say proudly, "Practice makes perfect." Everyone around the table would laugh or be confused.
Exactly. Idioms are connected to situations. You should say, "Practice makes perfect" after repeating a skill like playing piano or speaking English, not after eating pizza.
So idioms are like tools. You use a spoon for soup, not for cutting steak. If you choose the wrong tool, people notice.
Excellent comparison. Let us give some correct examples. When you finish repeating a phrase many times, you can say, "Practice makes perfect." When someone explains a new idea and you agree, you can say, "Makes sense."
Let us do a mini check right now. Listeners, say it with us. Makes sense.
Great energy. Remember, short phrases keep the conversation alive, but always choose the right phrase for the right moment.
Another mistake learners make is focusing too much on speed instead of clarity. They want to sound fast like native speakers. But fast speech with errors is harder to understand than slow speech with clarity.
Correct. Think about this. If you speak slowly but clearly, people will understand and respect you. If you rush and mumble, they may not understand a word. Fluency is not speed. Fluency is clear communication.
Sometimes I act silly in practice. I say, I want to go to school, and then I want to play football, and then I want to eat pizza, and then I want to sleep, and then I want to study. It sounds like one giant word. No one can follow.
And that is the point. Fluency is built step by step. Do not fear pauses. Pauses are natural.
So the key lessons here are pronounce correctly, follow rhythm, use idioms in the right context, and slow down to speak clearly.
Beautiful recap, Alexander. Now let us leave our listeners with some encouragement.
Good job. Remember that mistakes are steps toward fluency.
Next, we will wrap up by summarizing the main lessons and the key phrases you have learned. Stay with us. The recap will help you remember and review everything clearly.
Thank you, Mark and Alexander. Now let us do a clear recap together. Listeners, I want you to write these down or say them out loud. Here are 5 key points from our journey today. Number 1. Learn new words every day and practice pronunciation so that your mouth and ears get used to the sounds.
Number 2, use sentences, not just words, because single words alone do not make real communication.
Number 3. Practice shadowing with sentences and use subtitles in English at first. Then remove them as you get stronger.
Number 4, remember and practice useful phrases such as "makes sense," "hang on," "no worries," and "I'm on it."
Number 5. Speak for 30 minutes every day by dividing your time into 3 parts. Talk to yourself, record your voice, and chat with a partner.
Wonderful, Chris. Let me add some examples so that our listeners can connect.
For number 1, instead of just learning the word coffee, say, I drink coffee every morning.
For number 2, if you learn library, say, I go to the library after school.
For number 3, watch a short scene from a show. Repeat the lines with subtitles, then try again without them.
For number 4, when your friend explains something and you understand, say, that makes sense. Or when you need a moment, say, hang on.
For number 5, Divide your speaking time: 10 minutes talking to yourself while cooking, 10 minutes recording your daily story, and 10 minutes chatting with a friend online.
Perfect examples, Emily. Thank you. So, listeners, let us go through the 5 points once again. Learn words and practice pronunciation. Use sentences, not just words. Shadow with subtitles. Practice useful phrases. And speak 30 minutes every day. Say them again with us. Which step will you start today? Great. Now let's share practical tips that will help you continue practicing in your daily life.
Here is my first tip, and it comes with a little story. Every morning, before I start my busy day, I take out a small notebook. I write 3 simple sentences in English. For example, today is sunny. I feel excited. I will study English after lunch. These short sentences may look simple, but they make me focus on English first thing in the morning. It becomes a habit, and habits build confidence. Would you try this tomorrow?
That is such a good idea, Emily. My tip is about learning from fun shows. Once, I was watching a sitcom, and a character said the phrase, "hang on." I paused the video. I repeated it exactly like the actor. I even copied the voice and the rhythm. Later, when I spoke with a friend and needed time to think, I said, "hang on," and my friend smiled because it sounded natural. Watching sitcoms is not just entertainment, it is a free English class. Would you try this tomorrow?
I love that, Chris. My next tip is about using technology to connect. I use an app called Hello Talk, and I chat with native speakers for just 5 minutes a day. One time I made a mistake and wrote, "I go to work every day." My partner corrected me kindly, and I learned the right form. I go to work every day. That 5-minute chat gave me a lesson that I never forgot. Even short conversations can change the way you practice. Would you try this tomorrow?
These tips are simple but powerful. Write 3 sentences every morning, copy phrases from sitcoms, and chat for 5 minutes with someone online.
Exactly. So listeners, choose one tip and practice it today. You do not need to do all 3 at once. Just pick the one that feels easiest and start building your habit.
Choose one tip and practice it today. Now, let's check your assignment.
Here is your assignment for this week. Task 1. Write a self-introduction of about 80 to 100 words. Include your name, your age, your job or your school, and 1 or 2 hobbies. For example, my name is Anna. I am 20 years old. I study English every day and I love reading books. Keep it simple, but make sure it tells something about you.
That sounds clear. What about the second part?
Task 2. Speak about your daily routine for 1 to 2 minutes. You can start with sentences like, I wake up at 7 o'clock, I brush my teeth, I eat breakfast, I go to school or work. Add at least 5 or 6 activities. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to speak continuously without stopping too long.
Let me try. My name is Chris. I am a teacher. I wake up at 6 o'clock. I drink coffee. I go to work. I teach English. I play football in the evening. I go to bed at 10.
That was good, Chris. But let me correct one detail. You said, I drink coffee, I go to work, I teach English. All correct. But when you talk about football, you should say, I play football in the evening with a clear pronunciation of play, not plach.
Ah, yes. Thank you, Emily. So, listeners, do the same. Write your self-introduction and then record your daily routine.
Here is your checklist to guide you. Number 1. Fluency. Speak smoothly without too many long pauses. Number 2. Pronunciation. Make sure your sounds are clear. Number 3. Confidence. Speak loudly and proudly even if you are alone.
Excellent advice, Emily.
So listeners, do it today. Record yourself, listen back, and notice where you can improve.
Now let's review 10 new words in our quiz.
Great! We have selected 10 words and phrases that match perfectly with your 30-day English plan. They are useful, simple, and ready for you to use right away. Let us start with the first one. Routine means the usual things you do every day. Example: my morning routine is wake up, brush my teeth, and eat breakfast.
Shadowing is when you listen to a sentence and repeat it immediately, like an echo. Example: I practice shadowing by repeating lines from a movie.
Progress means improvement over time. Example: I see progress in my English because I practice every day.
Mini quiz time. Question 1. Fill in the blank. I brush my teeth as part of my morning. What? Pause. Take a moment to answer. The answer is routine.
Question 2. Which word means repeating after someone like an echo? Say it out loud. Yes, the answer is shadowing.
Question 3. Correct this sentence. I no see any progress. Think carefully. The correct sentence is, I do not see any progress.
Now let's use them in a mini scenario.
Imagine this conversation.
My routine is to study English after dinner.
Good. Try shadowing lines from a TV show.
Yes, I can see my progress after 2 weeks.
Perfect. 3 words used naturally.
Partner means the person you practice with. Example: I found a speaking partner on Hello Talk.
Confident means feeling sure of yourself and your abilities. Example: she felt confident after practicing for 30 days.
Fluency means speaking smoothly without too many pauses. Example: reading aloud every day helped him build fluency.
Mini quiz again. Question 1. Fill in the blank. I need a speaking what to practice English? Pause. Answer it. Yes. Partner.
Question 2. Which word means feeling sure about yourself? Say it clearly. The answer is confident.
Question 3. Correct this sentence. My fluency are better now. Pause. Think. Correct form. My fluency is better now.
Mini scenario time.
Do you have a partner to practice with?
Yes, he helps me feel more confident.
Great. Your fluency is improving. Pronunciation means the way you say a word. Example: I practice the pronunciation of English every day.
A mistake is something wrong that you say or do. Example: it was a small mistake. I said goes instead of go.
Motivation means the reason or energy to keep doing something. Example: her motivation to study comes from her dream to travel abroad.
Mini quiz for these 3. Question 1. What is the word for the way you say a word? Pause. Answer: yes. Pronunciation.
Question 2. Fill in the blank. Do not worry. Everyone makes pause when learning. The answer is mistakes.
Question 3. Which word means the energy to keep studying? Say it now. Correct answer: motivation.
Mini scenario.
I made a mistake in my pronunciation.
That is okay. Your motivation is strong. Keep going.
Yes, I will not give up. Habit means something you do regularly, almost automatically. Example: speaking for 30 minutes a day became my habit.
Listeners, let's do a quick recap of all 10 words: routine, shadowing, progress, partner, confident, fluency, pronunciation, mistake, motivation, and habit.
Pause, repeat, and use these words today. When you add them to your speaking, your English will grow stronger.
Excellent. Now let's finish with our outro. Excellent. Now let's finish with our outro. Today, you learned new grammar, idioms, phrases, and a 30-day study plan that can guide your progress step by step. From building vocabulary and practicing pronunciation, to shadowing and using subtitles, to creating daily habits with speaking partners, you now have the full map for your English journey.
That is right, Chris. And listeners, if you found this lesson helpful, please comment with your favorite new phrase, subscribe so you never miss an episode, and share this podcast with a friend who is also learning English. Your support means so much, and it helps more learners join our community.
Before we say goodbye, let me give you a little teaser. Next time, we will teach you 5 phrases that can save you in awkward situations. Imagine you forget someone's name, or you need more time to think, or you do not understand a question. These phrases will help you feel calm and confident. So make sure to join us for the next episode.
And let me leave you with a quote from Malala Yousafzai. Confidence comes from action, not perfection. This is so true. Every sentence you say, every word you practice is an action that builds your confidence.
We are so proud of you. Keep practicing and never give up.
Take care, keep smiling, and remember, your English will grow stronger every single day. Goodbye, everyone, and see you next time.